Hello and welcome to Tech24. I'm Julia Seeger. Coming up, how far are we from creating a metaverse, a collective virtual shared space in which we would all interact as avatars? The term was coined in Neal Stephenson's 1992 novel Snow Crash, and some believe it's the future iteration of the internet. But first, this year's E3, the world's biggest video games trade show, saw two major announcements from the titans of the industry. Microsoft unveiled new consoles, while Sony shook things up with its own virtual reality headset. Will Hildebrand has more.
With the spotlight on Microsoft at the beginning of this year's E3, for the first time ever, the firm announced not one, but two new consoles, starting with the Xbox One S. A smaller and slimmer version of the current console, and goes on sale in August for just under $300.
Microsoft themselves have said they kind of are looking at consoles more like the smartphone kind of life cycle. So the last consoles we had a 10-year life cycle, but I wouldn't be surprised if every year or every other year we had these S iterations, like smaller, slimmer.
All the more dizzying was Microsoft's other major announcement, Project Scorpio, slated to go on sale Christmas of 2017. The console supports ultra-high-definition 4K technology and virtual reality, thanks to support by Oculus Rift.
When it ships next year, we believe it will be the most powerful console ever built.
Virtual reality may be the future of gaming, but the arms race to seize the technology is happening right now. Industry leader Sony unveiled its virtual reality headset, expected to be the first affordable high-end VR device available to the masses.
2016 is a seminal moment in virtual reality. The time has finally come for everyone to enjoy VR in their own homes.
The PlayStation headset goes on sale in October for just under $400, and Sony says there are more than 50 games in development for the device.
Well, I'm now joined on set by Dan and Jay Kattulkar, our in-house expert. Hello and welcome, Dan.
Hello, Julia.
A lot of exciting news came out in the world of video games with this year's E3, and perhaps the most exciting news is the release of the trailer for the new virtual reality Star Trek game. It's called Bridge Crew, and yes, we did just say Star Trek and virtual reality in the same sentence. Tell us more about it.
You forgot to mention social dimension as well, because in this particular title, you play one of the four roles, either as an engineer, as a captain, the helm, or tactical. Now, you can don the role of an engineer, but the other three roles have also to be performed by human beings. So there's a greater social aspect to it. So it could be you, me, and our colleagues from the French side, and four of us are playing
on
this
the same
game.
Ship.
And we can interact with each other using voice chat. And the key is that it's not just about blasting enemies. Of course, that's also part of the game. It's not just about activating the warp drive, but it's coordinating, all your movements, all your decisions have to be coordinated properly in order to ensure the smooth sailing of this starship called USS Aegis.
And we're going to stay with virtual reality VR, which is clearly set to transform movies and gaming, but some see an even loftier goal for this technology, and that is providing the world's underprivileged with a better life. Palmer Luckey, the founder of Oculus Rift, even speaks of a moral imperative to bring virtual reality to the masses, a vision shared by Mark Zuckerberg. The question is, how will VR become a part of our daily lives? Will we soon experience a new VR-based internet where we all interact with each other through avatars? Well, for more on this, we're going to cross over to the founder and CEO of the French startup Silk, which is creating the world's biggest database of avatars. Thanks for joining us, Edward Desland.
Yes, how are you?
How does your cabin, which allows people to create their own avatar, work?
So the user experience is very simple and very smooth. Silk designed a 3D photo booth with a fully automated process. There are 100 very small captures in high definition. The user could book online in advance or on the desk, and this is a unique experience in 3 times. Enter into the cabin, the system detects that the user don't move, and it's done. So approximately 30 seconds for this experience. Then the user has to wait more than 1 hour to receive his avatar on his mobile.
Right, now will these avatars be affordable?
So this technology deals exclusively, This technology deals exclusively with stars and sport video games, and you have to spend thousands of euros for a manual process. So Silk would like to democratize this technology for people in general. The cost of the process is only 12 euros for the user.
Now, you say your technology is the answer to a basic need. How so?
So, like having an email address is essential, we all need our own 3D digital identity to navigate the immersive web. So we believe that 2016 is the first year of the immersive web. This is a subject for both the user and the brands, because brands want to offer services in their own 3D universe, services very similar to those of the real world.
Well, thank you so much, sir. That was Edward Desland, the CEO of Silk in Nantes there. Who knows, maybe one day our avatars will be presenting this show?
It's quite possible. Are you ready to enter the Matrix? Are you willing to be Neo again?
I don't think we'll have a choice. Now, there are other technologies that are helping popularize avatars, and one example is this headset.
Right, this headset has been made by Cast AR. The company is based in the US. Now, the idea behind the headset is that it essentially consists of three parts. One is the glasses, second is the computer, and third is this sheet. This is it's called the retro-reflective sheet, something similar to what we see cyclists wear in order to reflect the light. So what it does is there are two projectors. The computer generates the image. The projector projects this image onto the sheet, and because of its because of its properties, the light doesn't scatter away, but it holds it and it reflects it back to the lens, and that's how you see the images on top of the sheet. You won't be able to see anything here. It's just the wearer who sees this image.
Well, you got our attention there. Can we try it?
Yeah, sure, you can try it. Now, the interesting part is that as we mentioned quite a few times, that it's all about the social angle as well to whatever we do these days. So this particular setup has a social angle in the sense that you can see the images here, and these images are projected on the screen. Whatever you're seeing here is projected on the screen. Now, that's a top view, or you can say God's view. While I'm donning this Oculus Rift headset, and I'm becoming a part of the environment. So now I'm on the green mat, as you can see on the screen, and now I'll start moving around.
And there are staircases there.
Right, now I'm climbing the staircase. Here I go. And I'm up. I can see an engine, a railway engine, and I'm going down again. With this, I can also do some really cool stuff. Like I can pick up this ball here and just kick it.
And I can see the same thing, but from
the
a
top,
sky view.
Exactly, you have a top view.
Right.
Or for example, if I want to construct something, I'll just click here. I'll say exteriors.
So in a near future, how will it work? Will we be able to play together in the same game, or how?
Right, now the idea behind this game, or this is not a game, this is a demonstration project. The idea behind it is that right now when I don the Oculus Rift, I become a part of this environment. 20 more people can don Oculus Rifts. They can be in any part of the world, and they can become a part of this virtual world. So I can interact with them either through voice. I can play games. So for example, I can play football here, as you saw the ball. So we can construct our own games, and you can have lots of interactions. Now, for now, your God's view, you're just a God. You're just watching things as God does.
You can't interact.
But later on, the idea is that you can start interacting as well. So you can have your own.
I can reach out with a hand.
You can reach out with the hand, just move the pieces, So that will be very interesting, and it could have multiple applications. So for example, this particular software for the program has been created by a French company called Nucleus VR. They're based in Lyon, and they provide all the tools for software tools for the developers to build games. So in this example, we have a CAD, computer-aided design. So here you see there's an engine, so you can actually go and explore the engine. You can explode the parts. You can put one part aside. And you can interact with someone else in other part of the world about this part, saying, oh, there's a faulty design I see here, can you rectify it, and so on and so forth. So that's the next thing. And the other important thing, just like we saw in HoloLens, you can have something called virtual tourism. So here in this application as well,
Right.
you have
You
the
can discover
possibility
new
of
countries?
no, you have the possibility of clicking on photos, and those photos could be anything. So for example, here there's a photo of a beautiful cathedral. You can explore that cathedral, and in the future you can plug that cathedral, put it in the virtual space. So anyone who's with the Oculus Rift and is an avatar, he can just watch as he walks along. So the possibilities are immense. It's limitless.
And it actually reminds me of HoloLens, something we've talked about here on Tech 24 from Microsoft.
That's right. HoloLens is something similar. It is also into creating these holograms to create an illusion of animated objects which are seamlessly mixed with the real world. So you can have something, I don't know, a dinosaur dancing on this table, and you can see it through HoloLens. But it has more applications. As I mentioned, virtual tourism is one. So you can have videos of something, say, from Rome, and you can tour the city or tour some arena you want to do. Then there are other applications like Skype, for example. You can have Skype chat using the HoloLens. So that is incredible. You don't need a computer. You don't need any screen. You put on the lens.
You can be walking around, talking.
Exactly, and you can have a completely different view of things, and you can enjoy Skype as you have never done before. So it's getting mainstream, and it has some mainstream applications as well. And of course, there's the application of entertainment and amusement, and that I think the future. We might think that it may take some time, but it's coming sooner than
we think.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dan. Well, that's it from us here at Tech 24. We hope you enjoyed this show dedicated to our virtual future. Thanks for watching, and do stay tuned to France 24.